All right, seems the stream is finally live after a bunch of technical difficulties. That's how things go sometimes, though. I want to welcome everyone to the tiebreaker matches of the Metroid Prime Randomizer tournament. Today it is DuckSM64 and AMaliciousSalad going against each other with very interesting settings. Looks like they started Looks like, well, they've already been started. I'm not sure if they started at landing site. I was trying to get a copy of the settings, but looks like Randovania doesn't want to find the preset I was sent. So I'm going to be kind of guessing settings. I just know they are a very cursed set of settings we have today. Yeah, looks like started the draft before. Like Salad trying to do the long or that's normal. Important. Hopefully that should fix my mic issues. I just had to move it from its other location to its better location. Didn't catch what was in Hive Totem because I was messing with it, but oh yeah, and I am now also just noticing that we do not have scan visor. Uh, wish I was able to look at the settings so I would, know that, but nothing behind it. SJ at Hive Totem. Gotcha. Yes, this is Door Rando. I don't remember if Door beam combo locks are included in it, but I want to say I remember being told that they were included. Looks like I think that was Ice Beam I saw in Ruin Fountain. The first 9 minutes are going. Currently don't have scan visor still, it looks like. Duck has picked up Wave Beam though. Looks like that'll allow them access to Hall of the Elders. Salad getting their bombs. Seems Duck has a slight lead on Salad, but of course this is a very chaotic preset, so anything can happen. I'm sure we will have a chance to see some route divergence in a bit. Duck going for the HBJ, and wow, first try. I think that was very impressive. Like vanilla ice beam too. Interesting. Well, sort of has to. Beams have to be given kind of early in these settings, I feel. Considering door rando and combo locks. Looks like monitor station on the other elevator. Looks like Duck will be going for it. Duck getting in the vanilla energy tank. Race getting a race tank. It's nice and convenient for that more. No, on 2 suits, never be too careful. Didn't see what was under Shore Tunnel, but I assume it wasn't important if Duck is not getting it. Looks like that goes to lower Great Tree Hall, and Duck will go up there, probably the right play, considering it had boost, so easy access to upper Great Tree Hall. And of course, with Power Bombs and Ice Beam also means, or well, don't know what the Ice Beam door is actually up there. I'm not sure if there was random start, because I didn't get to see the beginning. think I saw a wave beam door on. Looks like all the doors were randomized together. It seems like. Or maybe they were randomized individual. No, they're randomized individual because that would have been a wave beam door if they're together. Salad basically just following in Duck's footsteps. Duck getting another E-Tank along with first artifact in a Great Tree Chamber. Getting a little bit of life growth there. And second artifact in life growth. Salad getting bullied a little bit by those turrets. For the good old power bomb drop. I would wager that they probably did, or maybe it was one of the first items, because if I remember correctly, Morph and Charge Beam, I think were starting items with their settings. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure they were. Just to make things a little less painful at the beginning. Wherever that elevator goes, locked by Plasma Beam, which I would assume we're going to get rather soon, or hope we'd get rather soon, I should say. Gotcha. Arc Beam, gotcha. There's a random starting items. I see. It's like Duck is either going to just get Hydra Access Tunnel or potentially go backwards, Sunken Frigate. Oh, backwards Sunken Frigate it is. Probably the best play considering that once you get to Artifact Temple, which I'm assuming if they had random start they might have been to there. Looks like there's not much room for route divergence just yet. I'm not sure what the first elevator in Chozo is. Well, it wasn't live by the time they checked it. I was assuming it wasn't Talon or anywhere they can access. So it seems they're both going to be taking the same path for a little bit. Duck resetting. Remember correctly, the last time he saved was in late Chozo. Yes, it looks like the top is locked by plasma. I was just trying to figure out why he would reset, but it looks like that's why. It looks like Salad's not gonna go the reset route and just backtrack. Both are completely fair decisions, considering really not that far into Sunken Frigate, but also a reset warp is probably a little quicker too. Like now I'm probably going towards early Magmore. We got elevator leading somewhere good, or maybe plasma stored in early Magmore. That is true. He is gonna have to re-get his artifacts. I'm not sure. I had to go throw something out in my trash can for 3 seconds, and I must have missed it in that time. Oh, doesn't look like anyone has plasma. Plasma beam was stolen away from them. There is no plasma beam. It's like Duck climbing to the beginning of Magmore. Looks like it's still a any beam door. Talon Canyon. That's very good. And we have access to early Talon. Salad still just kind of tracing Duck's footsteps. Wonder if he's going to top of Root Cave first. It seems. I assume we'll check the elevator, but probably go towards Artifact Temple first before going anywhere else. Artifact, next artifact was in Root Cave, and early Phazon suit. Well, that's convenient. Looks like I won't have to be searching for Phazon. Well, maybe a baby suit, maybe not be, because I think think I think most combos are still included. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too long until we get Plasma Beam. I think we're gonna get it pretty quickly. But we still don't have any other visor other than sorry, combat visor. So be a little nice to get those, I imagine. Well, I mean, you can find Flamethrower. It'll be useless, but not any more useful than it would be in a normal seed. Well, you gotta remember, we have Door Rando. So, I think theoretically, Impact Crater can have non-plasma doors. Oh yeah, right. Final bosses. That's true. Oh yeah, can't scan artifact hints because still don't have scan visor. Required exo skip. That would definitely be that would certainly be a seed. Duck instinctively going for the scan dash. Oh, there we go. Plasma beam right there. Seed is open. Duck still has a slight lead over Salad because they really haven't diverged routes at all. It's not by much, though. It's like Duck's going to be climbing, doing one of the 1,000 ways to climb Frigate Crash Site. I have never seen that way of climbing it. I've seen the beginning, but never that second jump. Scan visorless seed. Yep. So door combo, beam combos are still possible in this. So they're not quite out of the woods just yet. This could still turn out to be very cursed seed. Getting a lot of bomb locks. Salad picking up their Salad picking up their plasma beam. Dipping into late Phendrana. Main power bombs, nice and convenient. Don't have to farm for power bombs nearly as much anymore. Looks like Sal is taking a moment to consider their options, I assume, and we might be getting our first real route divergence now. With Salad seemingly not wanting to go too late Fendrana. First super lock of the game, I think. Or sorry, of the seed. Salad dipping into the front half of Sunken Frigate now. I'm not sure. They had it when the stream started, so it might have been one of their starting items. And there is a visor. I think that's scan visor. Duck having a little trouble with this slope jump. I feel his pain. And there we go. Finally got scan visor. Knock on wood, but it doesn't seem like this is going to be too horrible of a seed. Salad getting grapple beam. Duck is going to consider going back to Talon to get the artifact hints now that they have a scan visor. I think we only don't know where two of them are. Scan visor was at the top of gravity chamber. Duck having to go back because no wave buster to go through Thardus. I didn't catch why they would want to go through labs, but I assume there was probably a reason. I think I remember them dipping into research core. There was probably something going on up there that they probably want to beam combos they don't have. Yeah, that too. Probably going for hints. Salad making their way to Root Cave. AMaliciousSalad getting their phase-on suit now. Yeah, pretty sure they have all 12 artifacts, or all 12 are shuffled. All right, let's see where everything is. Storage Depot B, Warrior Shrine, Research Lab Hydra. We know Great Tree Chamber, Fungal Hall Access, Life Grove, we know that one. Ice Ruins East, Training Chamber Access, and Processing Center Access. Oh, looks like we got two in Elite Quarters. Oh, looks like we gotta go to the lower mines for 3 artifacts. I don't think it'll be longer than a couple hours. They already have a pretty good loadout to get around the map. Just about finding the beam combos so they can get through everything. And they still have a lot of checks left, so... Yeah, doors permitting, obviously. That's the asterisk with every claim here. Oh yeah, this will be Salad's first Power Bomb expansion. I didn't realize I actually didn't grab it from Crossway earlier. The missile at the top of Tower of Light. See what Tower Chamber is. Just a missile. It's like we got a nice high five between the runners here. Duck still kind of having their lead. It's really the only big difference is Duck has hints and obviously scan visor, but I actually consider that a pretty significant lead right now. Because Duck has the ability to obviously do more routing. Obviously, beam combos are still up in the air, but there's a little more foresight into what to expect. Yeah, with the skill level of both these runners, grapple is more a convenience than a requirement. Like Duck doing a little bit of backtracking to go get those 2 artifacts. And I want to say that is X-Ray Visor and Ruin Fountain, especially now that we know, well, where Ice Beam was. Salad able to just grapple across instead of being unable to do the dash because no expand visor. About to find another one of their artifacts. Just a missile and training chamber. Looks like we're finally going to get to see Plant after 40 minutes. That's a definitely pretty long time to get the Flagra. Duck getting that Magma Full Dash basically perfectly. Oh, no. Looks like I was a little ahead of myself. Salad going back towards late Chozo. Or presumably Zoid, because I don't think that's been done yet. Looks like Duck might be going towards Flagra, sorry. Wow, Salad does Zoid. Very clean BSJ. Duck forgetting that Ice Beam does not work on the mirrors. It's like Zoid had nothing to share today. And just a missile on Flagra. Looks like Salad taking a second to think. And Duck resetting. Yeah, I think it really is outdated advice at this point. I don't remember the last time I really had anything on Zoid personally. Oh, yeah, right. I didn't notice that. I thought it was just a plasma beam door for a second. Fortunately, the only problem with these settings is that they make Flamethrower useful. Flamethrower was meant to be useless. I think Duck went back and lost someone to reset because they hadn't saved since they got them. So they're gonna have to go back and get those artifacts again. Salad going to war with some Chozo ghosts. It is probably labs. I know Duck dipped into Research Core for a moment, but decided against going any deeper. I'm not sure what the reason was for that, because I didn't catch what the upper door was. Might have been a combo lock. Thermal visor. Still no scan visor for Salad though, because they haven't gone into late Fendrana. HB Day not being friendly to Salad today. It's like the last time I comped one of their races. And they got it. Interesting how nobody's gone into I forget if there's a door lock on the Twin Fires tunnel door. But nobody's gone towards late Magmore yet, I think. Another very clean Magma Pool dash out of Duck. And an equally clean dash back. Sal grabbing the Warrior Shrine artifact. Duck forgetting to scan that one. Or going back to scan that one, I should say. I didn't see what it was either. I was looking at the other screen. I feel like I imagine there is a reason that they're not doing it though. So I feel like getting access to early Vendrana would be pretty useful right now. Because then you'd be able to check everything in a pretty good sweep. Well, door locks permitting, of course. Duck about to get the bad news about Zoid that there was nothing over there. Well, after about 45 seconds. Looks like we finally have somebody going into late Magmore. Ooh, almost made that. Good thing they had gravity. Duck getting their thermal visor. We really only need Spider Ball to get. Well, we only need Spider Ball until we can get until we can get X-ray visor. And just an energy tank and plasma processing. Once again going for the HPJ. Getting it first try. fact, this gives Salad access to early Fendranas. Probably, maybe they went into like an autopilot and started it before realizing it wasn't worth it. Next artifact for Salad, halfway there. Looks like Duck is gonna follow in Salad's footsteps this time around. Can't tell what's at the top of Shorelines. It looked like a nothing item. Salad going towards Chapel of the Elders. Really, the only big items we potentially need, or Salad needs, I should say, is Scan, Visor, X-Ray, and probably the beam combos, and Spider Ball. Oh, Spider Ball too. Would probably be nice, I imagine. Well, they do need Spider Ball because they need to get X-Ray for OP. But they don't know that yet because they didn't see that that one of their artifacts is on OP and Processing Center access. Looks like maybe an E-Tank in there that Salad does not want to get. Already has 6. With 3 suits, that's probably more than enough. Ooh. For a second there, I thought Salad might have gone out of bounds. So it looks like their head was popping out. Looks like Duck is going for the... That's probably why Salad stopped the puzzle, actually, because they don't have Scan Visor, so they can't continue the puzzle. They can start it, but they can't finish it. Which is, obviously a problem. And there is, well, 2 of the 4 beam combos that could potentially be required. Or, well, I guess 3, because we don't know if the others are required other than supers. So. But we haven't seen mines yet at all. So,
If anything, I imagine the beam combos will probably be required down there. And there is Spider Ball, so Salad will be able to go get X-Ray at their convenience. So that really only leaves, well, for Salad, Ice Spreader, Flamethrower, Scan, and X-Ray as major items. Looks like they're considering which way they should go. And Duck following up right behind them, almost. Just a handful of rooms away. Oh, it looks like they are not going for labs. Interesting decision. No Scan Visor. They need Scan Visor to get into labs, that's right. They're gonna have to go to Farfendrana, which I forget where the elevator for that was, but they're gonna have to go over there and get Scan Visor if they want to continue. Looks like Duck's late Fen play earlier is really paying off. Lava Lake elevator? I see. Salad gonna grab their X-ray visor. Salad going towards Fogra will run into the same problem of the flamethrower door. While I'm thinking Duck probably has the intention of going through labs, door locks permitting. Duck about to grab their spider ball. It looks like they are going to go for labs. Salad getting the bad news that there is in fact a flamethrower door there, so they have to reset. I don't think it's been too long since they saved, though. I think they might have saved right before. And I am wrong, they saved in Phendrana Drifts. Right, because they warped to start, so. Wasn't actually that long ago. Duck getting their 8th artifact. They need to go back and look real quick and Storage Depot B, Fungal Hall access, Processing Center access, and then OP. Yeah, so they lost X-Ray because of that actually, but they grabbed it all on their way to Flagra. So really, they aren't that far. They aren't that far behind where they were. And yeah, it looks like all the remaining artifacts are in mines, so just need to find mines and potentially beam combos. More beam combos. Salad going for Arthardus. Looks like Duck is warping out of labs. I don't think anyone checked the second workstation elevator, the one that normally goes to mines. I don't remember anyone checking that, so that might be a mines elevator actually, and as well as what is the other one? There's one more I'm missing because there's 2 mines elevators. On the other hand, Duck go and grab their X-ray advisor. Interesting. I cannot for the life of me figure out what elevator I'm missing. Just know whatever elevators they find basically have to go to labs. Getting denied that grapple beam. Guess we're about to see what pointing monitor is. Just an energy tank. And it looks like now we have found, we've now found mines. So as long as Duck doesn't need any other beam combos, there's a potential that they... Oh, it is, right, that's the one I'm missing. So yeah. So yeah, as long as Duck doesn't need other beam combos, they should be good. It should be good to clear out the rest of clear out the rest of mines for its artifacts. I think they're saying it's their starting elevator. I did not catch where it was either. I did not catch where it was actually. So far, so good for Duck. Of course, still many doors to go until yeah, pretty much just no flamethrower or ice spreader locks, and Duck will be good and will be good to clear out mines.
That is true. There are 2 doors before Exo, so no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 doors before Exo. There's 4 doors before Exo, so 4 potential chances for it to beat any of the 4 beam combos. It'd be real fitting if it was each of the beam combos. I don't think it is, because X-Ray was in Ruined Fountain and Spider Ball was in Ruined Courtyard, so I don't think that they need to do the plan. There's Ice Spreader. Only 1 more beam combo to go.
Salad finally getting their scan visor. Fortunately, Duck has a pretty solid lead, I'd say at this point. Only missing flamethrower and only missing flamethrower and potentially needing it to get their last artifact. But anything can happen. I think flamethrower has to be in mines at this point. I think most places have been checked. Obviously, Chozo Ghost can't be it because you need to beat Flogger to get it. Pretty clean final ore processing jump. That usually tricks some people up, and Duck is good. Well, so far good. Those last doors could still be something. Last door's an impact crater, but Duck is in a pretty good spot right now. Even if they do need to go look for flamethrower. I think the checks are pretty scattered out, but they're in a good spot right now. as Duck is heading towards Artifact Temple to start the Ridley fight, Salad will just be getting their artifact hints. I will be right back. I need to run and grab something real fast. Will be a couple minutes. Alrighty, I am back, and it looks like Duck has started the Ridley fight. Hopefully Ridley's nice to him. Oh, and it looks like these settings skip final bosses, so okay, so that means actually Duck is done. And it looks like Salad forfeited, so let's get them in here for the interview. Yeah, GG's. Welcome in. Welcome in. How do you
Hi.
feel?
Awful.
That's completely valid. Duck, welcome in. How do you feel?
That was awful.
Yeah, looks like it was pretty awful. In the early, in the early parts of the run, you guys are basically following the same exact path. I think the first real divergence is Duck going to late Fen pretty early on. And that's obviously where you got your scan visor, and that obviously allowed you to get your hits pretty quickly.
Yeah. Not getting scanned that long really, really screwed me over.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, oh, well, Duck now at least kind of has the ability to route in artifacts. Obviously, well, he didn't need flamethrower at all. He didn't even get it. And I don't think he needed ice spreader either, did you?
I didn't. I got it just in case.
Yeah, because basically after you got PCA, it was like, well, all you need is to get at Storage Depot B, and then you're set. Because I actually also forgot that you guys didn't have final bosses on, so I thought there was still potential that
Mhm.
you would need it for Impact Crater, but obviously you didn't do final bosses, so
That'd be really funny though if the case is the last door of Impact Crater requires a beam combo.
yeah. I said it'd be really poetic if you needed all 4 to get through Impact Crater.
Well,
You guys have any thoughts you want to share about the seed?
All those spam plasma doors I kept getting. Like I committed to Frigate and I got a plasma door and I'm like, okay, whatever game, and I had to reset the game. That was
Mhm.
awesome.
I see.
And then that flamethrower door at Flagra, that was really annoying because I had to like go through get all the artifacts again.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, you both did that. But
Mhm.
but yeah,
I
it was
didn't
pretty.
have all that much of a time loss from it though, but yeah, it still wasn't great.
Yeah, no, I think the only thing you really lost was X-ray, and you got that on your way to Flogger anyways. So
Mhm.
oh yeah, GG's to both of you guys. That seed, honestly, for the settings was pretty friendly. I feel like. I mean, we're other than
Oh,
supers.
the
I mean,
logic
I
chain
guess
was hellish. Like, what puts your intended first missiles in edge?
so. I wasn't able to see the first, I think, 6-ish minutes of your guys'
Mhm.
seed. So when you guys came on, I think you guys had already had space jump and all that by that point. So I
Yeah.
didn't know where your guys. We didn't even know where you guys actually started for a little while until somebody finally warped to start.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, I also missed a good bit of the first couple minutes because I was trying to figure out, like, I'm pretty sure there isn't anything I can do on my side of SG to turn the stream on, and then somebody was able to get that taken care of, and then I started, and I think that was like 3 minutes, 4 minutes in. But that
Ah,
definitely didn't make the difference here.
yeah, I think it was probably Scan Visor that made the big difference. I
Oh,
feel like that's where
absolutely. Like,
because you guys were very close for a while up until basically that point when Duck went to late Fen. So but yeah, after that, that's kind of when the gap started to grow, and then Duck had to reset, I think, a couple times and go back and get the Life Grove artifacts.
Had
Like,
to get
what was
them
that?
three
What was that?
times.
Yeah, 3 times. I was like, oh, Duck's going back for his artifacts again.
oh no.
I got
But
some
yeah.
practice with those rooms.
Yeah, and you also got that all the elders HBJ first time. Was it both the times you did it?
Second try, first time, and then first try, second time.
Still very, very impressive.
That was pretty cool. Usually, I don't get that consistently.
Mhm.
I think that about wraps it up then. Do you guys have any final thoughts you want to share?
Um, I guess I had fun in the tournament, and I wish Duck luck with with the next stage.
Thank you for the luck.
Maybe next time I'll actually make it past the first stage of the tournament.
I want to make my own tournament with an idea I got from a map render tournament, and I want to see if it works for Prime.
All right. Well, with
Hey,
that,
I'm also not going to complain about going 3-3 when I I just didn't have that much time to take part in it this time. So honestly, had a great time, and hope everyone else has had a great time with this first stage of the tournament too.
Yeah, that's all that matters is having fun and playing the game. Playing a 20-year-old game at this point. 22-year-old.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think with that, I think we're about wrapped up. Thank you to Op for tracking and also plugging both the runners' Twitch channels in there. Make sure you follow them at DuckSM64 and AMaliciousSalad. I am Caliber. Thank you again. Thank you to Op for tracking, and I think we'll see all of you guys next mission.